Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry for the lack of as much long form content lately. I'm getting back to it and I have a lot of fun stuff planned, but I'm also doing a lot of shorts still. So definitely check that tab on my channel if you don't see those. But today we're going to be doing a de-influencing video. I have never done a video like this in any category. It's been a trend for a while and it's basically just like things that you think aren't necessarily worth it or that you don't need to go pick up. And this is going to be hair edition because obviously my channel is focused on a lot of hair content. If you're new here, I do have naturally wavy hair, but I'm not one of those people that like never heat styles my hair. So we're kind of going to go back and forth today with different things, like depending on how I'm styling my hair. Let's get right into it. It's not going to be a super long one, but I hope that it will be helpful for you guys and that you'll enjoy it. If you're new, I'd love if you would consider subscribing to my channel and let's get into it. So first things first, this one is something I personally haven't tried, but I've gone this long without it, so I feel like it's definitely not necessary. And it is definitely talked about quite a bit in the wavy curly community, but I also feel like just in general, people say this is better for your hair because it's more gentle, and that is a microfiber towel. So no matter what hair type you have, a terry cloth towel is just not the way to go. It's really rough on the hair. It's just a lot better for your hair to use something more gentle. And a lot of people talk about microfiber towels. Personally, I've never gone out and purchased one. For all the years that I've been learning how to take care of my curly wavy hair, and even before that, pretty much my entire adult life, I have always used a cotton t-shirt, and that works really well. Just a soft t-shirt is going to be really gentle on your hair, and you can use it to plop, or you can use it to just squeeze out excess moisture, whatever you need it for. Obviously, the bigger the better if you have a lot of hair, but I have never needed to go out and buy a microfiber towel. Just sipping my coffee here. Now, like I said, I have not tried it, so maybe if I actually went out and bought one, and maybe I would end up loving it and recommending it. But I definitely don't think it's a need because, like I said, I've gone this long styling my hair without a microfiber towel, and I've done just fine. Let me know your thoughts on that, if it's something that you have tried a microfiber towel. Do you feel like you can't live without it, or like, how do you feel about it? Personally, for me, like I said, I don't think it's a need, but everybody's different. Next thing goes more into the realm of heat styling. This is probably pretty obvious to a lot of people, but the Dyson hair tools, those things are so freaking expensive, and I know everyone raves about them for that blowout look in your hair, but guys, you can get that look with so many other techniques, like a blow dry brush, for instance, that you can find at the drugstore. Revlon has one. Also like Dry Bar, I think, which that one might be more expensive, but there's a range of prices. And you can find a blow dry brush that's going to give you very similar results. Also, rollers, something that I recently just tried on my hair for the first time is Velcro rollers, and those give you beautiful volume. It just takes a little bit of practice, but so do the Dyson hair tools. Like those I've heard are very much trial and error. So I feel like you can definitely get that look with rollers, and they're super affordable. I got some on Amazon recently for like $10. So that's a good investment too. Or another hair tool that I've talked about on my channel a lot is from Tymo. It is their Airflow. It's like a straightener curler situation in one, but it also has like a cooling airflow setting where you can cool your hair as you're styling it, and it kind of adds volume and minimizes heat damage and all of that stuff. So just a few options right there of things that you can do to get similar results to the Dyson. It's going to give you that like blowout look, and you don't need to spend like $500 or $600, which is just insane. Next thing is wavy hair specific, but I can't say it's something you never need or that I don't recommend it, because it's definitely something I recommend, and that is a diffuser. But hear me out, guys. I know you see me use a diffuser on my channel a lot, and I love my diffuser. But if it is something where you want to see if you have wavy hair and you're trying to like learn how to style it, you want to see if you can get some definition, and you feel like you need to go out and buy a diffuser before you can try the wavy routine, you don't need to. You can just style your hair, give it a scrunch with a t-shirt or plop it in a t-shirt, and you're gonna get to see your results and like whether or not you have naturally wavy curly hair just with air drying. So definitely something to keep in mind. I do think that if I pixie diffuse, it just gives me a little bit better shrinkage, but it's definitely not like a necessity, and everybody's hair is different, so not everyone's hair is gonna look necessarily better with one. But regardless of that, even if you end up deciding that you really want one and it works really well for your hair, it's not something that you need to go out and pick up just to try the curly hair routine. So definitely try out some different methods before you just go out and buy a diffuser, because if you don't even know if your hair has a wave to it, then you might end up wasting money, you know? So just something I wanted to note. Another thing where it kind of goes along with like everybody's different, because some people need this, but I personally don't think that you have to go out and buy a bunch of products to sleep within your hair overnight. Like, I know a lot of people talk about protecting your hair at night, and I do think that a silk pillowcase is a really good investment. I sleep on one like 90% of the time. So I do think it can help with the health of your hair, and that's like a great option. That's like a one and done thing. But as far as like different things to wear your hair in, I feel like it's a little bit unnecessary. Like personally, I have really long hair, and even when I wear it naturally wavy, I usually just sleep in it down overnight on my silk pillowcase, and I don't even always have one of those on my bed. And I feel like I get pretty good results the next day. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Every once in a while, I will sleep in a pineapple, like occasionally, if I want to really keep my hair off of my back. Like, I don't want to sleep on my hair as much, and I want to keep it more away from me. Like, if I want my results to look like a little bit better the next day. But it really makes such a minuscule amount of difference that 99% of the time, I just sleep with my hair down, whether it's heat styled or natural or whatever. I just feel like a lot of the time, especially if you are wearing your hair natural, trying to do all these protective styles can end up making your waves and curls a little wonky and kind of stick out a little bit. And I just feel like sometimes it ends up making your hair look worse and not as like uniform. And I'd rather have a little bit looser waves, but at least they look uniform and nice and not like sticking out weird, if you know what I'm saying. I also feel like it can make my hair a little bit more greasy to try to compress it all into a style like a bun or something, if you know what I mean. Moving on from that though, I think this might actually be the last thing I had written down. I didn't have a bunch, like I said, but the last thing is to do with heat styling, and this isn't a specific product either, but it's just to say that I feel like a lot of hair videos give this impression where even when you're heat styling your hair, you have to use like 10 different products. And I don't have a ton of products for that because my main focus is styling my hair natural, even though I do heat style it some. And I feel like if you have a good heat protectant, you're probably fine. Like, a lot of people would be okay with that, especially if your hair is more fine and it doesn't get as frizzy and crazy. Like, I feel like coarse hair is a little bit harder to manage. If you can find like a smoothing cream or leave-in conditioner that is also heat protectant, that is a really great combo to use. Like, that's something I really want to pick up, because currently when I heat style, the main things I focus on is a heat protectant spray. I'll use some type of leave-in conditioner, like light spray leave-in, and then I'll use at the end, once my hair is fully styled, I'll just put a little bit of oil in my hair. And that's all I really need. Like I said, ideally, if you can find a smoothing cream or leave-in with a heat protectant added to it, that would be perfect. And I definitely want to look for one like that. So let me know. I know this is a de-influencing video, but let me know in the comments your favorite cream, like blow dry cream or heat styling cream that has a leave-in treatment or leave-in in it, so that I don't have to use multiple products and I can just put that in my hair. And it's a cream type styler, and it's also a heat protectant. Did I say heat protectant every time? I feel like I said leave-in instead of heat protectant. Let me know if you have any recommendations in the comments. But again, I don't think if you have more fine hair that an oil at the end is even necessary either. It's just, for me, I personally like it. I feel like it helps with frizz and it smooths my hair, and I feel like a lot of people would really enjoy that at the end of their routine. I use an oil no matter how I style my hair. Once it's dry, I just love putting an oil into my hair, but I know it's not for everyone. So anyways, this video is kind of random, and I feel like I do need more long form content ideas. I did recently post on my community tab, and you guys, a lot of you said you wanted to see vlogs. There was also some other suggestions in there too. I just didn't expect to hear from so many people that they want vlogs, because I feel like YouTube does not push out my vlogs and they don't get a lot of views on my channel, but I guess like the people that do watch my content consistently want to see them. So I do want to try to post them more for those of you that are interested. I recently just posted one actually, but I didn't have enough footage for that one, so it's kind of like random, but I'm going to try to do more with more content in them, obviously, like longer vlogs and all of that. But I do want to keep doing hair videos like this, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you're new, like I said at the beginning, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing and joining us over here. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.